First off, give their coach credit. He did a great job getting his team ready to play today. They could have very easily just caved it in and come out and, take the loss and go home, but they didn't. He had them ready to play, and they made some shots the first half, and they were the most energetic, emotional team the first half, and went in halftime down. But our guys credit, I thought at halftime we came out the game situation now and made us play with a little bit more urgency, and came out the first 4 minutes and kind of took control of the game from that point on. The first half, I think the difference was they had 11 points off of turnovers. Of their 33 points they had, 11 of them came off turnovers. Yesterday at halftime, we had one turnover and no points off of fast breaks. Today we had 10 turnovers and 11 points off those turnovers they got. So that was kind of the difference. But proud of our guys fighting back, hanging together, and that's what you got to do. You just got to find a way. Second half we outscored them 17 points. Tay got going his mid-range shot. Charles was good all day long, and Carson made a couple effort plays that probably you guys won't show on a stat sheet, but a little when he got a deflection of a ball, and and it led to another three-point basket for us. But being down a couple guys, we had to go on that bench a little bit, and bench wasn't quite as good today. But we need all hands on deck come Friday night. So we'll see as we move forward here.
Hey, Coach. Jared McDonald with the Daily News here. I know you mentioned Tavion getting going. You guys had that 21-2 run to, kind of put this thing away, pull ahead there. He had the first, I believe, 10 points of that. It's not the first time that he's had, a run like that on his own, in his time here at Western Kentucky. I know you said he got his mid-range game going, but, what's it like as a coach, when you see him take over a game like that?
Well, those kind of guys make you a better coach. Guys go make basketball plays. That's what he did. He made basketball plays. And when he made a couple, we went at him a couple times, run a couple things for him. But still, when you run a couple things for him, you still got to make plays. We run things for him every night. But when he gets it going like that, and you've seen him do that many a time, he had that mid-range game going, pulled up from our bench, made that three. I didn't realize it was a 21-2 run, you said? Is that what it was? What you said, Jared? 21
yeah, I believe so, yeah.
I didn't realize that, but I know he got going in that stretch. But that's what we need him doing that right there. That's where we need him playing. That's who he is.
Coach, this is Kaden with the Herald. Coming off that, you talked about halftime a little bit. What exactly was your message in the locker room to get them to come out more aggressive in the second half?
Well, again, there's no magic potion. None of us have as coaches. No magic dust. The urgency of that game changes it. I don't go in and go off. They didn't throw it away on purpose, miss shots on purpose. I understand there's a lot of mental things. We're fighting. After winning with 30-something yesterday and having to come back today, we can say what we want. It's been a tough thing for every team across the country. I knew mentally, I knew our guys in the locker room, I knew we wasn't going to lay down. And I didn't feel like they could keep playing the way they were playing. They had a guy make 2 threes. Andre Kidd hadn't done anything all year long. I kind of give them the lead. So, that's why he played 40 minutes. We came out of a game, last Thursday. We were pretty good for 23, 24 minutes. But you got to play 40 minutes. And I felt like our guys would get going over that 40-minute span, and we did. It's always important when you're down to come out and win that first 4 minutes. We came out and won that first 4 minutes. That was key.
Coach Jared with the Daily News here. Jordan comes in, starts these 2 games for you with, Josh sidelined. He has 14 points tonight, makes 4 threes. I believe he had 11 points in yesterday's game. I guess just as a whole, what did you think of him this series?
Well, he played very well for us. He's played well a lot for us. There's no question. This kind of game, too, he's really valuable. They pressed and scrambled and gives you more skill out there, and he's a guy who can dribble and pass it and shoot it. And he did all 3 things in both of these games. So he played well for us, very well for us. We need him. He's been good for us, for most of the year. But had to step up and play a bigger role. And that's what you have to do. And someone's down. We got a couple guys down, and he had to play more minutes. I know yesterday he had 31 minutes. Today he gets 34 today. So he got a bunch of minutes, and he's very efficient both games.
Coach, I think it's your fourth straight CUSA sweep now. I guess quick turnaround too. Friday, Saturday, ODU comes to town. Very good team up in the East with you guys right behind you. I guess you can say that this series comes down to one of the East Division before going to the tournament. So I guess your overall just first impressions on ODU, what you've seen this year so far.
Well, I really hadn't watched them, to be honest with you, but I know their personnel. I know the style they're going to play. They got those great guards and Curry and Oliver. 50-year guys, and Green. We all know Green, what he does. Zeke Pay on the inside. Reese, not as big as they have been in the past, but they got that same veteran crew out there. They're going to grind it in the half court. They want to keep it in the 50s, and we want to get it in the 70s. So, we'll see two conflicting styles a little bit, but we know they're a very good team, going to be a tough team defensively. They get up into you, and we know we'll have a work cut out for us.
Coach, this is Hunter Smith with WBKO. 0 points from the bench tonight. Just how important going forward against ODU and in the conference tournament it's going to be to get those bench guys going?
Well, again, there's a couple bench guys in the starting lineup tonight. Like I said, Rawls is in the starting lineup, so that's a bench guy that helps you. And yesterday the bench was good for us. Kevin added two yesterday, and Cooper added two. We need those guys every night. We need to get Josh back, and get Luke back. Give us some more depth out there, some more experience depth. But our bench has been good for us all year long. We need those guys to keep coming in and adding too.
Anything else for Coach?
This is Gary Grace from AP. I guess when you get to this point in the season and you're playing a lot of these back-to-back games, how gratifying is it for you that they've been able to keep their focus and kind of snap out of a first half like that and win a game like today?
Now, Gary, again, it's not easy. And again, when Florida International makes shots, they've played a lot of people. Remember, they beat Old Dominion early in the year at Florida International. They take Charlotte into overtime at Charlotte. They beat Middle at Middle. So when they make shots, they can beat anybody. And they kind of got on a roll with that first half. As a coach, I didn't believe they could do it for 40 minutes, and you're glad they didn't. And I thought our guys would step up and make some plays that we didn't make in the first half. But again, I trust our guys. Mistakes they make, they don't do it on purpose. I felt like the urgency of the game at halftime. If that changes anything mentally versus the start of the game, the halftime, the mental approach was different before we came out. That's for sure. You come out, start of that game, you just smack that team 30 some odd points. Well, now you're at halftime, you're down 3 or 5, whatever it was. So mentally, it was a different approach going back out that second 20 minutes than was that first 20 minutes. And that's what basketball is about, mentally, how that thing changes. We got one more of those kind of series. It's not the same when you play back-to-back different teams. The mental approach don't affect you. It's just the back-to-back same teams that's had the effect. But give our guys credit. Gary, they found a way to snap back and take care of business second half.
Is there anybody that you can kind of credit for kind of keeping them focused, besides yourself? I mean, is it Tavion, any of the other veteran guys?
Well, remember, it's all about the players. Players play the game. We don't play the game as coaches. We don't play the game. So I'm not out there trying to keep them together. It's the players who have to do it. I think there's across the board urgency with a little bit of our guys. I mean, we all know Carson's tough as nails. You know that. Charles Bassey's tough as nails too. He's played that way. And then you got Tavion out there, experienced guys, been through a lot. Davion's just naturally, a tough guy. That's who he is. So there's some toughness with those guys. So somewhere along the way, you hope the urgency kicked in, and it kicked in for us.
Everybody good? Anything else?